Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So guys, all of the cliches come into play here. You don't win the battle, you win the war. It is not over till the fat lady sings, etc, etc. So all the cliches are in play. So with that guys, I bring you this: Atiku versus Buhari. PDP Chieftains meet in Dubai, strategize for Supreme Court. So that's the headline. Atiku versus Buhari, PDP Chieftains meet in Dubai, strategize for Supreme Court. So let's find out exactly what is going on here. Leaders of the Board of Trustees, BOT, of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have met with the presidential candidate of the party in the February 23rd, 2019 poll, Atiku Abubakar, in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, UAE. Impeccable sources informs that the Board of Trustee Chairman and Secretary, Senator Walid Jibrin and Adolphus Wabara, led a few other members of the board to the UAE, where they met with Atiku and discussed Nigeria's politics and the judiciary. Senator Jibrin also confirmed in a telephone conversation yesterday that leaders of the Board of Trustees met with Atiku in Dubai, where they spent a few days and returned to Nigeria, adding that the trip was successful. When asked to explain the essence of the meeting and why it was taking place in another country, Senator Jibrin said he was at a meeting and asked our correspondent to call him back for details. He, however, did not pick up his calls, and a text message sent to him at the time of this report. Similarly, the PDP Board of Trustees Secretary, Wabara, neither picked his phone calls nor responded to a text message sent to him by the reporter. A top member of the PDP National Working Committee, who preferred anonymity, however, said the worry by some people over the BOT's meeting with Atiku in Dubai was unnecessary. It has been reported that Atiku has yet to appeal the judgment of the tribunal at the Supreme Court 8 days after it was delivered. The newspaper reported that Atiku and the PDP have only 6 days remaining to appeal the judgment at the Apex Court, as they had vowed. As of today, Atiku and the PDP are yet to file their appeal at the Supreme Court. Our legal team are still studying the judgment of the lower court. We have only 14 days from the day the judgment of the tribunal was delivered to appeal. The 14 days will elapse next Wednesday, so we still have up to 6 days to act, and I believe everything is going to be fine. It is not late yet. We still have time to do that, he said. So now this is now the goings on now. So the Atiku team, of course, have a 14-day window, as these articles just said, to appeal that judgment by the tribunal to the Supreme Court. And of course, they are running out of days now. So they've now gone to Dubai to strategize. And the first concern, of course, is the fact that they went to Dubai. So why did they go to Dubai? Well, the reason why they went to Dubai is because that is where Atiku actually lives. Atiku lives in Dubai. So now the person purporting and agitating and fighting so hard to become the president of Nigeria cannot even bear to live in the country. So you are saying, of course, Nigeria doesn't have the facilities, and Atiku wants to live in a civilized country, and I agree with all that. But then, of course, the converse argument to that is that Atiku was the vice president of this country for 8 solid years. So if Atiku was the vice president of this country for 8 solid years, and he left the country in a state that he finds unbearable to live in, how then is it then of any good conscience to say that he wants to come back to be the president? You were vice president for 8 years, you left the country in a state that you find unlivable, to the point that you have to go to a foreign country to go and be living as an immigrant there, haven't been the vice president of this country for 8 years, and then you want to come back to be president. Are you then going to destroy the country completely, or what is your intention? Because it is quite disgraceful that the vice president of Nigeria will be living in Dubai. So, or the former vice president rather of Nigeria, I should say, obviously Oshibanjo doesn't live in Dubai. So that is an argument against Atiku right there, because Obasanjo, like him or loathe him, he lives in Nigeria. Babangida lives in Nigeria. Gowon lives in Nigeria. Ernest Shonekan lives in Nigeria. Ekweme lives in Nigeria. Everybody that was in governance, as far as I am aware, and I might not be aware of anybody that is living abroad, but at least all the number 1 and 2 citizens that have ever been in that country that are still alive, as far as I am aware, live in Nigeria, with the exception of Atiku. So if Atiku finds the country so unbearable that he has to up sticks and move to Dubai, then perhaps then he should be agitating with Dubai to become their president, although they don't have a presidential system there. So if the country is unbearable for him to live in, then he has no moral rectitude to aspire to be the president. It is just disgraceful behavior. But then, of course, all these sort of behaviors is now normal in Nigeria, because unacceptable is the acceptable in the Nigerian system. Because, I mean, it just boggles the mind. Somebody that cannot bear to live in the country now aspiring to be the president of the country. I wonder if Atiku does become the president of Nigeria, will he be ruling Nigeria from his mansion in Dubai, is what I'm wondering now, because he has already indicated that he finds the country unbearable to live in. So if he becomes the president, will he then be sending emails from Dubai to say do this, do that? I mean, what system are we going to run under an Atiku sort of administration? Is just baffling and boggling. So that's the one element. The second element is this 14-day window. So with 6 days running, I think maybe 5 days more now, at least they have up till next week Wednesday. I'm imagining, yes, they have up till next week Wednesday. Let me just check the date. Yes, they have up till next week Wednesday to file this thing fully. Otherwise, it will be statute barred. So it will be statute barred after 14 days if they don't have that appeal in place. So the first stick in the mud for that appeal was the fact that the tribunal did not release their judgment in time, because we had Kola Ologbondinyo making a lot of noise about this in the papers a few days ago. So now the second stick in the mud now is that these people are not now moving quickly to file this appeal to the Supreme Court, because if they file this appeal to the Supreme Court at the last minute and the Supreme Court then finds some technicality not to accept that appeal, then they will be statute barred. So they are walking into the open mouths of a lion, effectively, is what I am saying. I'm not quite sure if that is a phrase, but if it's not a phrase, then I'm coining it. So they are walking openly into a raging fire, is what these people are doing, because they should have filed that appeal immediately and then make that decision if they are going to follow through with it. That is what common sense would do, but nobody, of course, can ever accuse any of these people of having common sense, because the sensible option is never the option in the Nigerian space. But then, of course, the politics behind it is a separate matter as well. Haven't now gone to the tribunal and haven't exhausted a lot of funds doing that. They are now making that calculation to think that if we go to the Supreme Court, are we likely to get anything different from there? And if we're not likely to get anything different from there, should we just negotiate with these people? And these people, by these people I mean, of course, Malam Buhari and the cabal. Should we just negotiate with these people for a financial payout and to get some of our names removed from this corruption list and just leave it there? So that is now the calculations that they are doing now, and this delegation, of course, is going to make the persuasion to Atiku about that. I'm imagining, I don't know what their intentions are, but this is just my estimation, that this delegation has gone to Dubai to make that argument with Atiku, to say, look, what are your intentions exactly? You are the party's candidate, but really this might well be an opportunity to get quite a few people off the corruption list. So are you willing to do that, or are you just going to stick with this thing? So you make a decision and let us know, because we have a 6-day window slot. So 6-day window slot is effectively the theme of this of this video, and added to that is the fact that Atiku lives in Dubai, which I have a problem with, and I'm sure you should have a problem with that as well. So whatever your issues are in this regard, come discuss it with me in the comment section. But before you come have that conversation with me in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come let me know what you are making of this goings on in Nigeria in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.